Good morning, sports fans. We are on the air. We are at Jake's Furnishings for the cheap seats on this lovely Saturday morning. I'm Scott Kirby along with Jake Johnston, Joe Ryan, and Coach Neil Alexander. Morning, Coach.
Morning.
Right on time, right on cue.
Hit the cue card.
He doesn't waste any time, does he? I mean, he gets here, he goes through makeup, they work on him as long as they can, and pow, they push him out here.
Pow! Pow!
They skipped the makeup on Joe.
Yeah, but Coach, it's been a long week for you. We're in the Central State 8 tournament. Going pretty well right now. How are the kids feeling? A little bit run down right now. 5 games in 7 nights. That's got to be kind of taking its toll.
Well, it's really, it doesn't. They would rather play games than practice. So
true.
It really is a great timing with the tournament and where it's at and everything. And the practices, they play a game, practice, play a game, practice, play a game. So it's been a good week, and to me, it's been a pretty easy week because of you get to play games every other night.
Started off the tournament last Saturday in Jacksonville against an Eisenhower team. Kind of won that one pretty easily. And then we follow up. We come, was it Monday, Wednesday?
Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Tell us a little bit how those games kind of fared out and where we stand.
I thought we really came out last Saturday against Eisenhower, and they're a very athletic team. They do lack the perimeter shooting, and we were able to contain and control the boards, and that was a fairly easy victory for us. Monday night we played Jacksonville. Jacksonville's without one of their best players, and they're very well coached, very disciplined, and they play kind of like we do, pretty methodical, and they'll pass the ball around until they find what they want, and then they'll make it. And we held them to 25 points. So the first 2 games we gave up 20 and 25 points, and our defense is playing pretty well. Wednesday night we played Rochester, gave up 35, and then we also gave up 39 last night. So the defense is a key right now in how we're playing. I don't think we've shot the ball exceptionally well the last couple weeks, but when you can still win and not do what your strength is to your best abilities, and you're still coming out on top, that's a good sign.
Chatham, a solid basketball team last night, playing Chatham at Chatham. We got up a pretty good lead there, but you never can count out Chatham. They able to come back and really make it a close game. Some clutch free throws at the end of the game kind of sealed it, but Chatham seems to always step it up when Lincoln, but they're still in the running too. They beat a MacArthur team last Saturday as well. So how do you think last night's game looked overall?
Well, first of all, I thought it was a great game from a fan standpoint. I think if you didn't think you saw a great game, that was a great game. Even though there wasn't a lot of scoring, there was great defense, great play. There was only 9 turnovers between both teams all night long. So it wasn't a sloppy game. It was very well played, and
Place was packed. It was exciting.
Yeah,
fans were into it.
Yeah, I thought it was a very good game, and Chatham's again another team that's much like us. The only difference with them is they play man-to-man. We play zone. They've got a 6'5" kid. It's very similar to Gavin. They've got a bunch of shooters that they set around the perimeter. I thought one of the keys was that, and I told our coaching staff that one of the difference between their team last year and this year is their guards get to the basket. And, I thought they were very laid back last year, but they were really aggressive this year and created, that's one of the things that, I thought we had a hard time with last night was stopping the dribble drive.
The game kind of got a little physical there towards the end. Is that's something you're probably not going to see tonight against MacArthur. MacArthur's a up and down the court team. So how do you prepare 2 different style games? You go in last night, Chatham tries to slow it down and be physical with you. Tonight you're going to have a team that's going to want to push the ball up the court.
Well, first of all, if it gets into an up and down game, we're in trouble.
Right.
I'll come set with you. But that's one of the things our kids are really good at is controlling. Our goal tonight, number one, will be force them to run a half-court offense. You can't give them easy scores, and by easy scores, I mean we can't turn the ball over and let them score layups or let them score on second chance rebounds. And if we do those three things, we'll be in pretty good shape. And to do that, you don't turn the ball over. You be able to execute your offense. And I'm sure that as much as we're worried about them, I'm sure they are in the same position over in Decatur right now.
It's a chance for another tournament victory. Right now, 4-0. 4-0, right? Yep, 4-0. And taking on a MacArthur team tonight. Should be a packed house.
Well, we hope so. I still haven't felt that I like the format of the tournament, but the more and more I'm thinking on it, it's a pretty nice thing. You don't get bored at one place. It's not the same routine. And to me, it's been exciting for us to travel from place to place. I was really excited to go to Decatur and see Eisenhower's new facility, and I thought they'd done a great job with that. I thought it was really a nice place, and next year we'll get to go over to MacArthur and see their new place. As they're still over at the old Stephen Decatur. It's now their middle school, but for the past 3 years it's been Eisenhower for a couple years and MacArthur. So it's I think it's been a pretty good deal. Next year we'll rotate back to the Friday night. MacArthur will rotate into the Saturday night or the championship night, hopefully, and then you rotate Jacksonville out for a year. So every 6th year you won't get a night.
Well, we're supposed to remind everyone it's a whiteout tonight. Everybody's supposed to wear white.
Wear white. Well, it's got to feel pretty good, Coach. It couldn't have worked out any better. You get a host tonight for a championship game at home in Lincoln. So that's got to be pretty exciting for the kids and the fans as well. I can see us having a packed house tonight.
Well, absolutely. I think I think all the teams will bring a good crowd. I don't think a lot of people, for that 5 o'clock game will be around at 8 o'clock. And, you get your gate, you get people running through the gate and everything. And, it's, it'll be, again, last night was exciting. I think tonight will be every bit as exciting. Last time MacArthur was in our gym, I don't know if you remember, but it was a year ago in the regional championship, and they gave us all we wanted then, and they felt like they should have won that game. So I'm sure they're coming in with a lot of confidence to play us tonight.
Do they just have the one loss in the tournament?
Mm-hmm. It's Chatham.
So basically tonight's a championship game. If they win, head-to-head competition. Even though Chatham's only got one two, and I don't even know, they play Rochester maybe.
I don't know.
They play Rochester, and if they would win, that would mean a 3-way tie, and I don't even know. I haven't looked at the rules or what they set up for a tiebreaker on a 3-team. I know 2-team is head-to-head competition.
Maybe free throw percentage. Is that how you? That's how you.
That's
work
how we
yours.
do ours, and I don't know if we how we do it. I don't even know. So the best thing to do
is settle it.
Just settle it, just win,
yep.
and it's not an issue.
I thought the free throws were the key last night too. Towards the end, do you know what we were in the fourth quarter on free throws?
Well, for the night, I think we were 17-19.
Yeah.
Fourth quarter, Gavin was 10-10.
So he didn't miss.
I think we only missed one. Hop was
I
2
think he
for
made
2.
like 14.
Peyton was 1 of 2. Will was 2 of 2.
That's a big deal. You hit those free throws.
Well, that's our guys looked comfortable going to the line last night. It wasn't a strain or anything. I really thought they stepped up and hit shots, and Peyton Eepler hit that one at the end of the third quarter. Was a big basket for us, and they had fought back and got to within tied it, and we went up 2, and I think that might have put us up 5 going into the fourth, and that was the breathing room that we won, and we end up winning by 5.
Yeah, there's a few times I thought Lincoln had him put away, then all of a sudden Chatham came right back in it. It was tied again. Good game.
It was a real good game. But
well, one of the things that key was we never ever let them get the lead. You saw what we did when we had the 5-point lead, and they would have done the same thing. They're a very similar team than what we are, and they'd have done the same thing. They'd have pulled us out, made us chase, and they had those guards that were dribble driving, and we'd have been a mess if we'd have given up that lead.
Well, it's a good thing we didn't.
It was a great atmosphere, good time last night.
And it's going to be the even better atmosphere tonight. Lincoln Railers at home, hosting Decatur MacArthur. 8 o'clock tip-off. Games before that tonight, 5 o'clock, 6:30.
5 o'clock, 6:30. 5 o'clock game is Chatham, Rochester, Eisenhower, Jacksonville is the middle game, and then Lincoln MacArthur is the final game. So if you're not doing anything, should be a great game.
It will be, absolutely. And the season's kind of winding down real quick. Only 5-6 weeks left. We only have 6 more home games after tonight.
Yeah, that's a lot in the amount of time that we got. I think we got 5 or 6 in a row there in February. So if we can get tonight, next Friday will be a big test. We have to go to Springfield, and Springfield's playing very well. And then also, what was it, 2 weeks from last night, we got to play MacArthur 13 days apart. So.
And is that at MacArthur?
That's at MacArthur.
Stephen Decatur?
Stephen Decatur.
Okay, well,
the old Stephen Decatur High School.
All right. Coach, thanks for stopping in. Good luck tonight. We'll be out there rooting you on. Joe on the go. We'll be on the go.
Maybe we'll catch your wife and interview her before the game.
Oh, boy. I don't think you want to do that.
Why don't you give her a heads up?
I'll tell her.
Yeah. All right. We'll take a commercial break. But before we go, we got some prizes to give away. Right now, we're going to give away 4 tickets to the Lady Railer Pancake and Sausage Breakfast. All you have to do is call in 737-3791 and name something that follows the word pork. So it could be anything. Just let's keep it.
Follows the word pork.
Pork. P-O-R-K. Pork.
Yes,
good. That was a good
question. We'll see who can answer.
All right. Call in 73791 with the answer, and you're going to win 4 tickets to a pancake and sausage breakfast. Stay tuned. You're in the Cheap Seats on 96.3 FM. Something to say there, Joseph?
See how Jim throws that tune out at us, and then he just gives us that look from the eyebrows like this.
Why?
He's just showing off his.
What? I tell you, Jim.
Here's one for you. He wants to know if we know it. He's pretty good. Yeah.
What?
He's pretty good at throwing the tunes out at us.
He is. He's got a music library.
He's all right. I thought they were going to let him go for a while. Lloyd was going to let him go, but I guess he's staying.
Do we have a phone line? Okay, 737-3791. Just call in and name something that follows the word pork. And you're going to win 4 tickets.
Can it be tweeted in?
Yeah, tweet it.
Tweet it.
WLCN.
Make them call.
Okay,
no
tweeting. You got to call.
No tweeting.
4 tickets to a pancake and sausage breakfast tomorrow for the Lady Railers from 7 to 11:30 at the Knights of Columbus. $7 for adults, $4 for children, 10 and under. So that's a $28 value. You can't beat that.
No, you can't beat that with a stick. That's breakfast, my man.
And we'll keep it with the theme on sausage. Call in. Name something that follows the word pork.
Now, I'm supposed to make an announcement here today for the FBLA, Future Business Leaders of America. See, Lloyd, how I remember to do this? We're on top things.
Written right in front of you.
Did you know? Yeah, but this could very easily be anywhere. Did you know that 25 pairs of shoes will fund the education for 1 child in Haiti?
I did not know that.
And the FBLA will be collecting shoes. I thought you would have known that. They're going to be collecting shoes at the basketball game tonight. Any style, any size, any condition. Clean out those closets and get those shoes in. They're going to FBLA is going to collect them all and get them over there somehow. I don't know all the details, but bring in some dirty shoes. I'm sure you have some. Or some of the ones you just haven't worn. Bring them in. I know you're like Imelda Marcos.
I wear my shoes till there's holes.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't have any old shoes. But and then again, everybody's supposed to wear white tonight. You're supposed to say this too, even adults.
So wear white.
Adults.
Even adults.
So Jake, if you're going, wear white.
White?
White.
The color is...
White. The magical color is white.
We need to have password on here sometime.
Password.
Okay, well.
Let's play.
737-3791. Call in, win those tickets.
On.
Take your kids to, for breakfast tomorrow, man. That's a no-brainer right
And what was the question again?
Name something that follows the word pork.
That's very good.
Pork.
Okay.
We should have had an added bonus in there if you had any answers we matched up here.
Yeah. We also
don't want to give any away.
No, we also have a $5 gift card to Fifth Street Market we're going to give away here in a little bit. So, I think
I've been saying something about these Fifth Street things. You know what's nice about those? Like if they're for $10 or $20, you just put them in the gas. You put them in the pump, let it do all the work. It'll shut off on time. Throw the card away. It's nice. I've had a few.
Hey, we got a caller. Go ahead, caller.
Yeah, tenderloin.
Yeah, pork tenderloin.
That's right.
That's
Are you
acceptable.
able to mention loin again in the answer? Loin.
And who we talking with today, sir?
Dwayne Petty.
Dwayne Petty is in.
Petty. I tell you what, we're going to have these tickets here at Jake's Furnishings. How late you open today?
Pick them up at the counter. We'll be here till 5.
They'll be here till 5, so you got to come in and get these tickets today because that breakfast is tomorrow.
Okay, be right there.
All right, thank you, sir.
Thanks.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah, congratulations to Dwayne Petty. Now, what would your answer be if you called into a radio station and you had to name something that follows the word pork?
I'd go with Upine.
Cupine is a good answer, I think.
Upine.
Upine.
Pork Upine.
Upine.
And that would be a winner.
And point tenderloin, that was a good one. It just wasn't the answer we were looking for.
We were looking for loin.
Loin.
Pork loin. Loin. It's kind of an inside, it's
Cupine.
It's not funny if you're outside the circle.
That was a question
right
researched by Mr. Ryan. Pork butt would work.
That would have
worked.
We would have accepted that. Yes.
Pork chop.
Pork e-pig.
Well, e-pig.
E-pig.
It follows cupine.
Yeah.
E-pig.
E-pig. Pork e-pig.
Yeah, that may have worked. Not as good as cupine.
Congratulations, Dwayne. You won 4 tickets for a breakfast. Now let's give away this $5 gift card to Fifth Street Market. Jake, you got a question?
We can throw this one out there.
Don't make it too hard.
Well, I don't think it's that bad, but you might
don't make it too hard.
They
it's
might have some
$5.
research on it.
Yeah, if it was 25, you can make it hard, but just 5, it's a $5 question.
In Major League Baseball, there's 4 players all time that have reached the 500 home run, 3,000 hit mark.
Okay.
I'd say name 2.
Name 2 for $5.
Two of the 4 guys.
Name 1, split the card. You get $2.50.
You get $2.50, and I get the other $2.50.
But you got to meet them at Fifth Street.
Meet you at Fifth
You have to pull out of the way.
Get you a half a bag of gizzards.
Yep.
All right, phone 737-3791 to answer that question Jake just threw out. 500 homers, 3,000 hits.
500 homers.
How many people have done it?
There's only 4.
4. And one of them, here's a hint, one of them just passed away. Is that correct?
That is incorrect.
Okay, that is incorrect.
Oh. We've already had an incorrect answer.
You didn't let me finish. Within the past 20 years.
Boy,
nope.
now he's...
Oh.
Yeah. All right. None of them.
You're reaching.
All right.
You're reaching.
Well, I don't...
That was a good shot, though.
Yeah. We are at Jake's Furnishings. Jake, what's going on today? What do you got? You got any deals that you just can't refuse? It's a beautiful day. It's a great day to buy furniture.
It is a great day to buy furniture. Yeah, we actually have big sales on the mattresses. All of our elite premium mattresses on top of the sale price. We're actually getting a kickback from Bimco Mattress. They're picking up the sales tax. So whatever the price is shown is actually what you'll be paying. We back the sales tax down, and we, of course, end up paying for it for you. Let's see. And then we have kind of a sit and sleep deal going on.
Do you have any of those adjustable beds?
Actually, that's a pretty good question.
That is. Yeah.
No, currently we do not, because we are upgrading our adjustable beds to these new models. They're much better product at an actually lower price. So pretty excited about that. We'll be introducing those, I believe, in 2 weeks.
Do you need people to test those out?
Yes, of course.
Okay.
We'll have something in the paper for that, I believe. For mattress
is it an overnight up here, or do you get to take them home?
I was going to take them home.
No, we
make a weekly
we
update.
set you up in a convention center type atmosphere with about 14 other people, and this is totally crap. I'm not doing that.
All right, you got people lining up out there.
What are you talking about?
I'm going to go back to the T-shirt deal they have up at Mission Mart.
The color is white.
White.
Color is white tonight.
White tonight.
Yes.
So don't mess that up.
Well, hey guys, let's talk some sports here. We got a big game coming up next Sunday, not this Sunday, but next.
Yeah.
New England versus Seattle. A little controversies going on since we've been here last Sunday. A couple good ball games. We got
Talk about those games.
We got Ball
Good
Ghazi
games.
going on. Deflate Gate.
Let's talk about last week's games.
Real quick on that. Let's hit that subject real quick. Now, in the NFL, do they play with the same ball on both sides, or do
No.
each team uses their own
Each team
ball?
gets to pick out 12 footballs. So you have a total of 24.
Okay.
Obviously New England picks out their 12. Indy picks out their 12. Now, every once in a while, they're going to use the other guy's ball if, on turnovers and stuff like that. But in the NFL, it's down to, there's rules where that ball has to be inflated to so many PSIs.
Okay.
And what is it, like 12.5 pounds per square inch?
Yeah.
Well, how big of a difference does that make? I don't know, but it's a rule.
If it's cold, those receivers would appreciate the ball a little softer.
Yeah, but you're breaking the rules. What you're a football guy. Is there any
I think it's ridiculous.
in high school? Is there
Oh,
any?
well, you know what? In high school it is. They check them, and they're a little more.
They do check them.
Oh, yes, they check the ball. They want 2 balls before the game. They want to check them. They're going to give you 1
Just 2
to sit
They
over
just
there on
want
the
2
side.
balls.
Yep.
Okay.
Each team. And then they initial them. They put their initials on them, so they know they're the balls that they checked.
Oh,
But you could do anything to them that you wanted.
Are they pretty particular about their balls?
I was trying to keep this a family show.
hey, we're talking footballs.
The
So you don't
family
do-
show.
I mean,
You've never deflated your balls at high school.
No.
would you say that?
Would you guys open a box of Chuckles? I'm going to tell you why.
I don't know why it's so funny. We're like 4.
Lloyd, will you grab us some Chuckles?
I mean, do you think that earlier in the season you like your balls a little firmer?
Oh, okay. Anyway,
And we're going to go to
And
a
we're back.
commercial. It has been, you know what? It has been so stupid. To tell you the truth, you know what? You can like the Patriots, you can hate the Patriots. They don't like Brady because he's a winner. They don't like Belichick because he's a winner. You can say whatever you want to do, but I got to tell you, those footballs are thrown everywhere all day. Officials grab them, they throw them back and forth to each other. They set them down. They do this. If there was that big of an inflation difference, those guys would have noticed that and said something immediately. There wasn't. If it's a little bit, are they a little bit down? They could have been, I guess. Could Weather have done it? They could have. I don't know. I think it's goofy, Manning used sandpaper on his. He has a kid scrub sandpaper on so he can grip him better. There's all kinds of different little things you can do. I think you have people coming out of the woodwork that don't like, the Patriots, don't like Belichick, don't like Brady.
Well, I think it's something to do with their past too. They've had some questionable situations come up. Spygate. There was something else.
Yeah, I mean the way he was putting players in the game and getting away with plays.
It's legal.
That's what I mean. He outthinks everyone.
He does. He looks for that rule and he tries to bend it. And if it's within the rules, I mean.
Now I'm watching Bloomberg the other day, and Bloomberg has 2 guys that are telling some woman on there about. And this is Bloomberg. What does it have to do with football? And they are telling her about how much easier it is to throw a ball that's not as inflated as well. And so then they let her throw the ball a couple of times, and she does, and then she throws the one that's a little flatter, and then she's oh wow, yes, this is definitely cheating. I could throw the ball much further with a flatter ball, this and that, and it's just goofy. I hope he goes to the Super Bowl and throws for 700 yards and 7 touchdowns, and they win, and make it an even bigger deal. I think it's goofy.
Yeah, it is a little goofy. We have an answer to our trivia, Jake. Chris Pudnight says Hank Aaron and Eddie Murray have 500 homers, 3,000 hits.
That is correct.
That is correct.
And now we'd like to know
the other 2. Any guesses?
I'm going to say
there's somebody wanting furniture.
Willie Mays.
And Willie Mays is 1. The other is not in the Hall of Fame.
Pete Rose.
That's a good. That was good. That was good.
See how quick that was?
It was.
Coupon.
But it was wrong.
It was wrong.
Not in the Hall of Fame.
Not in the Hall of Fame.
No. Del Murphy.
Bonds didn't get to
Murphy's in the Hall of
3,000.
Fame.
Murphy is not there.
I don't know. What is it?
Rafael Palmeiro.
Oh, it had to be. It had to be a steroid guy.
Yep.
Yeah.
But it was not Bonds. Bonds didn't get to 3,000 hits.
Because he got caught too quick.
Babe Ruth didn't get to 3,000 hits. Ted Williams
I would have thought Ted Williams. No,
didn't make it.
It's quite a feet.
That is.
It's quite a feat to get done.
Well,
Let's go back. I want to go back to the games.
Can we
before.
do you know how to retweet, Lloyd? Okay, we need to retweet Chris. I don't know how to do that.
Can you retweet?
Can
Lloyd?
you respond to him and say you can pick your gift card up here at Jake's? Retweet, repeat, and retweet.
What did you guys think of that Packer debacle?
Well, that's exactly what it was, a debacle. Being a Bears fan, I was rooting for the Packers. I love Aaron Rodgers.
That was not happening on this end.
No, I like Aaron Rodgers.
Yeesh.
Aaron Rodgers is a stud.
And,
He is a stud.
you have the ball with 5 minutes to go and you're up by 12.
Well, I want to back up even further. That score should have been 31-zip at the end of the first quarter.
Yeah, they've missed some touchdowns.
And why, to question coaching, I can go along with the first time you're down there and you kick the field goal on 4th and goal. I can go with that. You want to put points on the board, establish something. I'm good with that. But they fumble that next kickoff and you go right down there again. I think you have to go for it on 4th down. You have to put points on the board.
There's many plays. I mean, obviously, looking back on the game, you can look, but we're not into that coaching and that atmosphere. But there's several plays that came down to that loss. I mean, Morgan Burnett with an interception with, I don't know, that was about 5 minutes to go. Yeah. And they're up by 12, and they're telling him to go down. He picks up 20, 25 more yards. You're in field goal range. He probably could have scored. Then on
3rd down, they threw the ball. They could have very easily ran it, and they'd have knocked off another 40 seconds off the clock. The clock was their enemy. Yeah. And they threw the ball, killed the clock, and had to punt. That left time on the board for Seattle. I just thought it was
the onside
just
kick.
Went wrong.
Everything had to go Seattle's way, and it did. The onside kick, you know how it is on special teams. Your front 5 guys, you pick out a number. That's who you block. Let Jordy Nelson come up and get the ball. But
who's the guy that missed it? Gosh, he was sky high and Bostic. Oh, was he right there? And just
hit off his
it.
face.
Oh.
And that wasn't the game loser.
No,
did it?
But boy,
would it sealed it? Yeah.
The 2-point conversion.
2-point conversion when the ball was in the air for 8 seconds.
Yeah.
Ha Nix. I don't know what he was doing.
Yeah, Wilson must have ran backwards 30 yards
and just chucked
lobbed that rainbow up there, and all of a sudden that's the 2-point difference.
Yeah, because in Green Bay they go down
from 15 yards.
Yeah, just threw it up.
It was a. It was a debacle.
Green Bay started playing conservative, playing not to lose. Seattle got the momentum.
Came back
and boom.
And Russell Wilson,
and why aren't you?
Not a good game.
You're in overtime. No. It takes a touchdown to win it. You're in cover 0 defense. You don't have a safety deep.
Yeah, you'd think you want to keep everything in front of you and make the tackle.
Keep it field because if it's a field goal, you still get the ball.
Yeah. I agree.
You don't have a safety over top. No, Curse hasn't done anything all day. But it took a perfect throw and a perfect catch, and that's exactly what happened.
Where they had talked about it, Russell and him had talked about it. If they line up in that again, I can run a slant or a post and get there. And
they just ran a 9, ran a seam, boom.
It was there. Beat them. It was actually it was shocking because I thought the game was over too. It should have been over.
Yeah, it was just it was jaw dropping, and I don't know. Green Bay fans are playing it off like, oh well, I'd still be sick to my stomach.
They said that when you really look at the stats, Seattle dominated the game in a lot of areas. Just didn't have points on the board.
Yeah, it's. What do you think, Jake?
You're awful quiet over there, Jake.
Bears.
It's all Bears and Cubs next year. They've got new coaches.
Oh yeah,
things change overnight.
Let's talk some Cubs.
Let's talk Cubs.
Do we like the Bears moves? What do you think? Not being a Bears fan, you like the John Fox?
I'm not a Bears fan. It's just not my favorite team. I like the Bears. I like the Packers. Is there
anybody you don't like?
Yeah.
Are you just an NFL fan?
I'm an NFL fan. But I'm not anti-Bear. They can win. I don't mind the Packers.
Well,
I'm just a big Red fan.
They could if they could.
I think I think the Bears. You can't go wrong with John Fox. He's a veteran. There's nothing wrong with that. I just thought they would have taken my boy out there in Arizona, which my mind's
He's
gone.
going to Jets. Boyles or Bowles.
Bowles, Todd Bowles. I think they should have taken him because he's a young defensive.
But see, that's the Bears are trying to get. That's all the Bears do. They hire these coaches that they don't have any experience, and it's been failure. Now they got a guy in there.
They can't go wrong taking a shot with Fox.
Lovie Smith wasn't a failure.
Well, no, but they had to get control of that locker room now.
Yeah, well, I'm not gonna disagree
I don't
with
know
that.
if you bring in a young coach like that, he's going to earn the respect that.
I don't know
because it's a different NFL now. I mean,
I don't know
these
if I'm
guys.
going to agree with that either. I think they all got to step in at some point. Sean Payton, when he stepped in, he took control.
That's what
of
I'm
it.
saying. That's why.
But he was.
Well, any
first
great
time.
head coach will tell you he's got pretty good assistants. He's not doing it on his own.
And that's
I think
what
Todd Bowles is an upcoming star, though. When I think of the Bears, I always think of. I don't think of offensive highlights. I always think of the Bears as wow, they're going to have a tough defense, and they don't have one now, and they haven't for a few years. And Bowles is a guy that would come in and establish that. And if he gets the right offensive coordinator in there helping him, I thought he was a better fit for Chicago. But I don't think you can go wrong with Fox.
Well, I mean, if Chicago wasn't in the predicament they are now, yes. But they're a team right now that locker room's out of control. They got to get control of the locker room. They probably just hired the best defensive coordinator in football, Vic Fangio. Mm-hmm. That's a solid hire out of San Francisco. And then Fox brings over his boy from Denver, John Gase. Now, how much input he has in that offense, I don't know, because Peyton Manning's your quarterback. Is he going to be able to come over and take control of Cutler? Because you're going to have Cutler at least next year, maybe 2 years.
Cutler's fun.
Even though
he's a blast.
Even though Peyton Manning managed it on the field, it was still his offense. Peyton Manning was running his offense. It was just the way Manning wanted to throw it out there. But
a lot of that was probably Manning's offense too.
Well, I don't know, man. You have to go with your personnel, and you have to have your offense
you
set
saw
around that.
and you saw what they did towards the end of the season. They started running the ball more because Peyton Manning wasn't Peyton Manning.
I don't care how well you throw the ball. In the NFL, you have to be able to run it.
Right.
And everybody can get away from it. Let's spread the field and let's throw the ball 50 times. But I'm telling you, if you can't run the football, you're not going to win. And then they need to be able to run the football. And they need Cutler. I just can't see Cutler I can't see him doing very well. But let's go to another interesting topic since we were talking about
can we go to break first? Or is it,
take a break.
Well, was it football related?
Yeah, but is Kubiak, did he get the head job at Denver?
Yeah.
Okay. And wasn't he Elway's backup?
Yes.
Forever?
Yeah.
And those two guys now are going to work on Manning because Manning's he's going to go on.
Right, but what can you possibly teach Manning?
I don't know. I think
get him to come back.
I think he was banged up. I think he's all right. You let that thigh heal up. I think he's fine. He can go again. He's not going to get you anything. He's not going to run anywhere. So you're going to have to put some money on an offensive line and protect him. But I think they have to keep him and give him another shot. And I think Kubiak will do well there.
Kubiak, and then our boy Mark Trestman. He's the OC at Baltimore. So good luck, Baltimore.
Yeah, good for them.
Yeah.
Welcome to scoring 6 or 8 points a game. I think he's horrible.
I think you're right.
Well, there's something we agree on.
Finally. Well, let's take a break. Let's end on that
note. The
note.
whole entire season.
Yes.
Pardon?
It only took the entire season.
2.5 years, but we agree on something.
We do agree on that.
All right, stay tuned. You're in the Cheap Seats on 96.3 FM.